The lake house lullaby. This happened a few summers ago when my friends and I rented an old, isolated lake house for a week. It was beautiful during the day, clear water, dense woods, perfect for swimming and hiking. But at night it felt different. The nearest neighbor was miles away and the darkness was absolute. The first couple of nights were uneventful, besides the usual sounds of crickets and distant animal calls. Then on the third night around 2 a.m. I was woken up by a faint, high-pitched tinkling sound. It was unmistakably a music box. Not a clear, sweet melody, but muffled, as if underwater or played from very far away. It was incredibly unsettling. I thought I was dreaming. I nudged my friend Mark, who was sleeping in the bed next to mine. "Do you hear that?" I whispered. He stirred, blinked, and then his eyes widened. "Is that music?" We both listened. It was definitely there, a distorted, wavering lullaby. It seemed to be coming from the direction of the lake. We tried to rationalize it. Maybe someone across the lake had a boat with a weird speaker or a prank. But the sound was too isolated, too faint, and too consistent to be random. It played for about 5 minutes, then faded out completely. We couldn't sleep much after that. The next morning, we brought it up with the others. They laughed it off, said we were hearing things or it was just the wind. We tried to forget about it, but the unease lingered. The following night, it happened again around the same time. This time, it was a little louder, a little clearer. We could almost make out the tune, a simple, repetitive melody. We went to the window overlooking the lake. The moon was a sliver, but there was enough light to see the surface of the water, completely still and dark. Nothing. The sound seemed to emanate from the very middle of the lake, eerily consistent. It stopped after a few minutes, leaving us shivering. We were all pretty spooked by the fifth night. We stayed up late playing cards, trying to distract ourselves. Around 1:30 a.m., the lights flickered and then died. The power was out. We fumbled for our phone flashlights and the house was plunged into oppressive darkness. We joked nervously, but the silence was heavy. Then the music started. But this time it wasn't faint. It was loud, too loud. It sounded like it was coming from right outside the house, right on the edge of the lake by our dock. The tinny, distorted lullaby filled the night air. We all froze. Mark, braver than me, slowly crept to the window. The rest of us huddled behind him, our flashlights off. The music box melody continued, slightly off-key, like an old winding toy running down. Then Mark gasped, "Oh my God." We peered over his shoulder. In the dim moonlight, out on the water, maybe 30 feet from the shore, something was moving. It wasn't a boat. It looked like a dark, indistinct shape drifting slowly, almost imperceptibly on the surface. And as it moved, the music box seemed to follow, maintaining its volume and proximity. It wasn't just a sound. It was with something. We didn't wait to see what it was. We grabbed what we could, keys, wallets, phones, and stumbled out of the house into the complete darkness of the woods, running blindly for the main road. We didn't stop until we hit the highway and flagged down the first car we saw. We never went back to that lake house. To this day, I can't hear a music box without a chill running down my spine. And I still wonder what was out there on the water, playing that terrifying lullaby in the dark.